Good morning. I'm Peggy.
I'm Amanda, and you're watching the
Junction Fiber Mill Millcast. Welcome. Wow. I took 4 days off, weekend plus 2. So
welcome back to the mill.
Yeah, jump right in. We're already cranking in the mill. All is good.
I know. It's actually, I feel like it's a lot more lively for a Monday than it usually is.
Well, you know what? Emma's here.
Yeah.
They're not usually here on Monday.
Yeah.
So in any case, all good. I had a great weekend. Did you have a good weekend?
Well, let's start with what we're wearing.
All right. Okay. Ta-da.
Ta-da. This is super cute. What are you wearing?
I am wearing a sweater,
yes.
And it's going to be 87 degrees, but it's not 87 degrees
No, it
yet.
is like perfect for this sweater. It's a sport weight sweater.
It's really lovely. This is sport weight in our natural BFL, part of the 1,000 pounds, and then I think this is Midnight Plum.
Yes.
So
it looks great. It's by a designer named Carolyn Holbrook. She kindly sent us these samples.
Yeah.
So we could show them off. But it's a new pattern for her. It's called the Blooming Color Sweater.
Right.
And just sort of shows off our making tracks and our farm fresh
yarn. It's a cute,
I am wearing a shawl of hers as well. This is called the One More Row Shawl. You know what? I really love the detail. How this just sort of, they like twist at the bottom. I think that's really fun. It's got a really nice weight to it just to wear around your shoulders like this. And this is, like I said, ccalled One More Row Shawl. And she sent us them in a couple of colorways. So this is with the Alpenglow.
Yes,
Alpenglow.
Yeah, it is. Alpenglow, yeah.
Check out this beautiful stitch detail. It's like a lace pattern or something.
Yeah, a yarn over to get the openness. Very cool.
So cute. And then here is the other.
Is that zinnia?
Yeah, this is in zinnia. Just want to show it up
very
close
cute.
Here. And I really like I think this is seed stitching
on
the cuffs and the collar.
Yeah.
Really cute. So
very
thank
nice.
You, Carolyn Holbrook.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Check out her pattern if you need some patterns, if you need some inspiration for what's with our making tracks and farm fresh light. But it is so fun to have this. I mean, we've been saying it, but all this sport weight is just so different than the DK.
It really is. It's
I wanted to start with that because you can't. It's a little
distracting. Yeah.
But I do want to talk about the weekend because we went to the Tunbridge Fair.
Oh, you're kidding!
Of course, I'm not kidding. It's
all right.
The thing to do.
Yes, I've been several times.
To town. So, did you guys go this weekend?
No.
Okay.
No. We've been several times, but it's a terrific. And what a gorgeous day for it.
Well, it was all weekend. I think Thursday through Sunday. So we went Friday night, but we've had a span of gorgeous days in Vermont. So we went on Friday night after work, scrambled out the door with the children. And they definitely were up past their bedtimes, but Maeve had an absolute blast. She is just tall enough that like some ride operators let her sneak on the ride.
Great.
So in particular, she really likes the big slide.
All right.
And you're seeing a video. She loves the cars.
Nice.
That go around and around in a circle, but especially like when they start. So I had to strap her because she's riding it by herself. So I put the seatbelt on her.
Yeah.
And she's at a standstill. She loves looking at the lights and everything. And then all of a sudden it lurches to go, and she's just like scared and then happy. It was so fun. And she loves seeing the animals.
Yeah.
There's it's the whole thing. It's the cows and the ox and the all of them.
My favorite section of the Tunbridge, it's called the Tunbridge World's Fair. Yeah. Hilarious. And it's on a fairground. Buildings have been around forever.
A fairground. The very same fairground as the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival.
Right. But they have an up the hill there where they have all the old equipment. Like an ancient John Deere and just and people actually operating them and just some of the back in the day skills. Yeah. I just love that section.
Yeah. That's a cool section. It feels it's like the calm section of the fair.
Yes, it is a calm section.
And then you've got the rides and the fried food alley.
Absolutely.
And then you've got on the other end another calm section of animals.
Right.
So you kind of walk through the chaos to get to
Were there a lot of people there?
Oh yeah. It was
excellent.
a place to be. Yeah. It was so fun.
I do think back in the day it had an unbelievable reputation for
seediness,
debauchery.
Yeah. And we left we were there after dark a little while, but it was still feeling pretty calm. But we left at like 7:30, and I was curious what happened after 7:30.
My understanding is, how there's a grandstand.
Yes.
And there's a wall, and there's like a potential restaurant underneath. That was where the beer was being served. Mm-hmm. The ladies of the night were there. I mean, that's what I've been told. But that reform arrived and that's all gone. So.
I don't know. I've still heard some rowdy stuff tends to happen there, but it's very family friendly during. I mean, it's a fair. It's got the whole thing going. Yeah. So we had a great fun time. Next year, my dream would be to have some grandparents come so that like the kids and the grandparents could go home. I would have liked to stayed and like ridden adult rides.
All right.
It would have been fun. Stay for the music.
I did not go to the Tunbridge World's Fair. We just enjoyed the great weather. We did yesterday. Trim the hooves on all the sheep.
Actually, we trimmed the hooves on Saturday.
Yeah, we did Sunday. Yeah. And my sister Eileen helped out. It was nice and calm. We did a lot. You're going to see a picture of us. Todd, Eileen then left, and we went down. Todd and I and did the boys. And you're seeing a picture of our lamb ram. He's adorable. We don't have a name for him yet, but he's our new ram. We selected a ram lamb that did not get castrated, so he's now part of the boys contingency, and we're going to see if he's getting the job done this fall. We'll be putting him to work, but he's a real cutie patootie.
We did that on Saturday. It was just calling to me with the nice weather and everything. Yeah. So we put Lewis down for a nap, crossed our fingers he wouldn't wake up, and then we put Maeve in her little farm outfit and headed down to the sheep and told Maeve, stay by this tree while we wrangle the sheep because they're all running around. And then when we caught one, she was allowed to come behind Cody, and I did the trimming, and so the feet couldn't kick her. But it's very funny to hear her interact with the sheep. She's like, no kick Maeve, no bite Maeve. It's like, they don't understand. You just have to be careful.
We had them as long as we had them in the harness. We also checked for worms, parasites, which I talked about. And you know what? Everybody was in really, really good shape. We only had to deworm 2 out of the whole flock, and we have, including the ram lambs, we're 40 something. So that was very encouraging. Yeah. And I don't know if you've got to be noticing the colors have started. Yeah. Just a little kiss
in the trees
here and there. Yeah. Right. I've got a picture that's in our neighborhood. You're seeing it. Just gorgeous colors. And we have this apple tree that's been growing for, I don't know, 10 years now. And it's growing sideways and we've tried to straighten it. But this year it is just filled with apples, and they're delicious. This is the first year that they're not covered in worms, and they're like this.
Sweet. Yeah, we have an apple tree that has the opposite, and I think it's going to get cut. Yeah. Because it's in a weird spot. The apples have never been good, and this year the leaves I think it's got some fungus or something. So
we don't spray this or do anything, but this year, man, boffo.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the weekend.
Yeah, and back into it today. We've got a couple of really cool yarn.
Yeah. Shall we start with this one?
Yeah, I'm so excited. We talked about this last week, but this is our farm fresh hunting season. This is that 1,000 pounds of wool, that Bluefaced Leicester blend that we dyed a fluorescent orange.
Right.
And the point being, we want to make hunting hats.
Yeah.
You can wear them while you're hunting, sure, but you can also just be a human, even if you're not a hunter, living in an area where there are hunters, and be safe.
Yeah, everybody in my neighborhood, when hunting season starts, if you're walking your dog or going for a stroll, even if you're on the main road, you're wearing...
You and your dog. Actually, I would love to see someone knit their dog a little bandana out of this, too. Yeah. If you do that, let us know. This is pretty fun, but it is orange enough that you will be seen. You cannot mistake this for natural in the woods. So we are doing a sort of casual knit along. I'll put a page together on the site about it, but it's just choose your own adventure. Get a skein of this yarn, find a hat, and knit a safety hat. And as part, as part of the plan, we created these cute little
These are so cute.
cotton labels with our logo on them to make, like how Carhartt has their hunting hats, and it has the Carhartt square label. You can sew this if you want on your finished hat and join Team Junction Fiber Mill.
So that will come with any time you order one of these.
Every single skein is going to come with a patch. So if you want multiple, you can order multiple skeins.
And it's a limited edition.
Yes, because we work in small batches.
Yep. So if you're in an area where hunting is a thing,
or you know somebody who is, this is the perfect project to knit for your dads, for your brothers, for your super adventurous hunting women in your life, or trail runners. That's what I love it for. Is I get out on the trails, I go hiking and running.
Yeah,
I want to be safe. You just can't be safe enough. So That's
so
that.
As you know, we've been doing very colorful, bright, almost neon, and we have another one to share with you. It's not as neon, but man, do I love this color. Take a look at this. It's kind of aqua, tealy. It is yummy. We're calling it Ocean Eyes.
After a Billie Eilish
song. And this is going to be available as of Tuesday at
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Same time as
this. So if you like this blue, and it's gorgeous.
It's actually a pretty soft blue.
It is a soft blue.
It does look like a highlighter blue, but it isn't quite so
right. So if you
neon.
put it with our others, it's a more chill. Now what's missing here? So you can see the colors we've got going. The one that's missing
the two that are missing.
Oh, well, we got Brat and then Pink Pony.
Yeah, where's Pink Pony?
I'm about to get it. All right. Man, so this is the Pink Pony, which we just spun up some more. We have to still rinse it and hank it. So we've got that, which is getting really, really cool.
Okay, and then what do we have?
Now, this blue is going to be available Tuesday at 10. The next one is what's on deck.
And this is gonna fill out our neons.
Yeah, this is the last of. And this is going to be called Vampire.
After the Olivia Rodriguez song. And then we'll be done with our pop star neons.
Yeah, our pop star neons. And this will be the following Tuesday, which... I
don't even know the date, but that's fine.
I can't tell you the date.
So...
I think it's the 24th.
But all
this is available. Yeah,
this is available now. We've still got a tiny amount of Brat. I think we're going to make a little bit more of that. But yeah, so this has been a really fun experiment.
Yeah.
I would love to see someone knit something or crochet or whatever out of all of them together.
I just like to see what people are knitting with any of them.
Yeah, so tag us on social media, send us an email, hello@junctionfibermill.com. We'd love to see what you're making.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is so, you know what this almost reminds me of?
What's that?
Disney's Frozen.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't it look a lot like that blue?
Yeah. No, spot on.
So if you've got a little girl in your life, or a boy, who loves Frozen, all the kids do.
Yep, that's a cutie.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Speaking of next week.
Yes.
We're going to have the vampire yarn available, but also we are going to pre-sale our 2024 holiday box. Yeah. Holidays are a-comin', folks.
It's unbelievable. You get around the corner on Labor Day and then it's bam, 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 bam. But we have a very exciting holiday box. As we did in the past, we're going to have a unique yarn for it, but we're also sourcing some of our favorite things, kind of like Oprah on a much smaller scale.
Our favorite Vermonty things.
that'll come with. So
just wanted to give you a heads up on that. We'll go into more detail next week, but those are going to launch next Tuesday at 10 a.m. and there's a limited number. We sold out within a day last year, which is why I just wanted to let folks know in case you had eyes on it for yourself, for someone in your life,
or a gift.
Mark your calendar for next Tuesday, 10 a.m.
Absolutely.
And be on our newsletter because that'll let you know about it too.
That's right.
Yes.
So how's your knit along going?
Slowly but surely. I had kind of hoped. Gosh, why didn't I get any done?
Because it was gorgeous weather.
You know why? Because I was in California and we hadn't even talked about that yet.
So explain you.
Okay. So
everything was out of sequence because
we pre-recorded. It's been a week and a half,
and you needed to keep a secret.
Yes, and my mother-in-law,
this is so great.
The person who we were surprising is an avid Millcast watcher, so I had to zip the lips. So I wasn't at the last open house. We had to pre-record an episode because Natalie just finished up her breast cancer treatment, and as a surprise to her. So she thought she was going to Sonoma, California with my father-in-law, Mark, for like a romantic getaway.
Yeah.
And Cody and my sister-in-law, Anna, and I, quote unquote, like splurged on a cute Airbnb for them. So we sent them like a fake address, some fake info about the Airbnb, because we didn't, like, she's always the one booking where they're staying on these trips. So we had to get around that.
Yeah.
And so they we all fly separately to California, Anna coming from Minnesota and us coming from Vermont with the kids. And we arrived at the airport. Anna met us at our gate. That went so smooth. We rented like a minivan, very unsexy car. And we drove to the Airbnb and situated ourselves. And they arrived an hour after us and they got into their Mustang convertible for their sweet weekend. And they drive to the same Airbnb. She opens the door and there's baby Lewis on the floor in front of the door, and she goes, Mark, there's a baby in here. There's a baby. And I hear him go, oh, it must be the wrong address, Natalie. And then Maeve comes running around the corner, and she was just so surprised. And we had such a fun weekend.
Excellent.
Yeah, she cried a little bit. It was sweet.
Well, and they posted a ton of photos. So
gosh,
it was,
I haven't even looked.
on Instagram.
So you've seen it.
Yeah, they were. It looks like you guys did a ton.
We did the wine tastings, of course. We went to the coast. We went to the redwoods. I got to catch up with an old friend. So we stayed at this amazing Airbnb right on a bunch of trails with a pool, with a hot tub. So we really did it right. It was fun.
What a great surprise.
That is why, because I didn't bring my knit along with me, to get back to the original discussion, I didn't actually do a whole lot of knitting. So it's still work in progress, but I'll show you where I am.
Yeah.
So that's California. Now on to knit along. I'm on the second sleeve still, and I'm on the stripes, but I'm almost done with the stripes.
Yep.
So you've got... this is the back that you're kind of looking at. This is the front.
And this is the shoulder. Yeah.
Yep. And so I've just got to finish this sleeve, and then I'm going to do a heck of a lot of grafting, and then it's done.
Right.
So.
Oh, is that so the pullover is done when with the
second sleeve. Yep.
So you're much closer. Because on the cardigan, after you finish the second sleeve, you still have to do the panel that brings you around.
The sleeve finishes it out.
Oh, then you're really close.
I'm close, but I only have gotten into the stripes since the last time you saw it. So it's coming along, and I did pack up and bring my hunting season yarn and needles on the flight. They did not confiscate them. So
I think they're very good about that.
But even though the children, you probably are all wondering, the children were absolute angels, both to and fro.
Yeah, good.
And we booked Lewis his own seat, which was amazing because I had the car seat next to me. So anyways, he actually did allow me to knit if I chose to. Yeah. I just because I didn't cast it on before I left, I didn't bring exactly the right needles, and I didn't really know what the cast on was for the hat I wanted to knit. So I tried to get on the Wi-Fi on the plane, and it's just I feel like what I learned is because I never bring travel knitting. If you're going to bring a travel knitting project, get started at home.
It has to be underway.
And
no
then
question.
You go. So I failed that way. So it had a free ride to California and back, but it's still in my project.
All right.
So how's your knit along going?
My knit along's good. Okay.
Did you finish?
I did. I finished. I finished. I haven't done the strands, and I haven't figured out the buttons.
Okay, so I've got time to finish at the same time.
So here's the back.
Ooh.
And here's the front.
I'm not going to make you model it right now because I don't want you to have to take off the sweater you're wearing. But unless you want to. Do you want to put it over this sweater?
Well, I can. I steamed it.
It looks fabulous. This is the Midnight Plum and the Savage Heart Farm, aka Your Sheep.
Yep.
In the charcoal. Wow. Woo!
So there you have it.
That looks, I feel like you need to stand up.
All right, here we go. So there's the back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Peg, it looks so great.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I've got to take care of the ends. I want to steam it again a little bit more deliberately. Yeah. And then I've got to decide, I'm going to do buttons that are not purple. I want them to disappear.
Okay.
So I've got to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, there is so much color and fun going on.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to take away from it. But
fantastic.
Yeah. What an amazing pattern.
Oh my God.
If you're on the fence about it, honest to goodness, I mean, it's just a really unusual, cool pattern.
It really changes the way you think about a sweater, in my opinion. It's so sweet. And speaking of the pattern, I wanted to plug Ona, the designer, just finished another sample of her own knitting the cardigan out of our Making Tracks LITE and Farm Fresh, these same yarns. And she has a post on Ravelry, which I'll link in the show notes. It shows not only her modifications to make it out of a lighter weight yarn, but also she ended up making the neckline not dip as far down in the front.
So if you want, you can
it cuts up a little bit higher on the front. And then she also has modifications to add some ribbing on top, which I've seen a couple projects of folks doing that, and I really like how it looks. I may do that to this. I don't know. Yeah, I think it involves something about a lateral braid that you add onto it, and then you use that to pick up stitches, and It looks really nice.
And it doesn't look complicated. So
no, it doesn't look too complicated. So I will link that. But the other thing is, if the expert really on modifications and knitting help with this sweater is Ashley at Hermit Thrush Fiber Co.
Yeah, in Bristol, Vermont.
Bristol, Vermont.
She's terrific. You can schedule, if you go to their website, you can schedule a session. She charges you a little bit because it's her time, but you can cover a lot in 5 and 10 minutes.
You don't have to be anywhere near Bristol. It's over Zoom, so you can do it from anywhere in the world. And she just knows Ona's pattern back and forth, and she did a test knit for this pattern.
She knows the pattern extremely well.
Yeah, so she can help out.
She's terrific. I think you can Zoom with her on almost anything knitting related.
Yeah, Peggy and I think we've been very clear, are not knitting experts.
No.
With, I mean, I think you and I, we're good at knitting. Obviously, we can create a
sweater.
But
it helps to have a bulletproof pattern.
And Ona really, again, I'm going to just, well done, Ona.
Yeah.
Looks fabulous. I've got, now I feel like the pressure cooker's on to like 1 more week. I better finish up this sweater.
Yeah. Well, no. We've got until Rhinebeck. So this is our Rhinebeck sweater. I can't wait to see how many folks come with their sweater to Rhinebeck.
I'm so excited. It's going to be great.
It'll be great. So another week gets underway as fall starts to creep in. Yes, it's going to be 87, but fall is in the air.
Yeah, and that means Vermont Sheep and Wool. I mean, when I was at the Tunbridge World's Fair this weekend, I did have that feeling of, oh my God, it's already mid-September. Yeah. The next time I'm going to be on this fairground is for the Vermont Sheep and Wool. It's going to be a very different festival. Yeah. And before
as you all know, that Friday before, we are taking advantage of big festival. Let's do our annual event tied to a festival. So our Millapalooza is that Friday on the 4th. And we're so excited. It's going to include, come to the mill and see some of the yarns that we're making up for the Vermont Sheep and Wool that will be exclusive to folks who come to the tour that day, and then we'll come up to Savage Heart Farm where you're going to see all the colors of Vermont in all their glory, and we'll have big tent, live music, fabulous food, and our sample sale will be going on. Mm-hmm. And what's really fun, and this just makes so much sense, we've reached across the river, that would be the Connecticut River, because the Woolly Thistle, you guys know the Woolly Thistle, is our neighbor right over the other side, and they're going to come to the meal that night up on the farm, and they have a new retail shop, which is really adorable. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic. They'll be open as well. So if you come to us, and then you can go over and check out what the Woolly Thistle's got going,
or vice versa.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll be up at the farm. So I think it's going to be a complete blast, and we have a few tickets left.
Yeah. So if you're looking on our site and it shows like either the tickets are like really low quantity or sold out, it's going to look at the 2:00 the slot first. Those are getting low, but we have other slots available. So
right. We're trying to stagger it so that not
want everyone to come all at once.
So there's a time to take the moment to notice that there's times, because I think there's a couple of folks that didn't realize you can toggle down and see different times. Yeah. And you can.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're really excited, and it's coming up so fast, and we're thrilled to be partnering with the Woolly Thistle.
That'll be great.
Yeah. All right.
So that's the world here. We hope you're gonna have a great day, and we're gonna get back at it here at the mill.
All right.
See ya.